Yes.
Good morning, dear guests and fellow Toastmasters. At the Sergeant at Arms First today's section, I extend a warm welcome to each of you. Now, let's dive into the theme of the section. Is competition important in life? From sports to academics, from business to personal growth, from competition plays a pivot role in shaping individuals and societies. But what makes competition so significant? Does it fuel progress and achievements, or does it create unnecessary pressures and forecast negative outcomes? Here is an interesting question to all of you. Have you ever compared yourself today with yourself yesterday? I'm repeating the question. Have you ever competed yourself? Means comparing yourself today with what you were yesterday.
Yes.
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 Nice, very great. It is one of the competition. I feel the best competition ever. In this section, we will explore the importance of competition in life. Coming to the ground rules, please put your mobile phones off or on silent mode. Please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. Please mute yourself unless you come onto the stage. Most importantly, please turn on your cameras throughout the section to witness beautiful smiles and faces. Now let's dive now let me tell you the mission of the Toastmasters Club. Who is new here? The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutual positive learning environment through which members can develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Without further ado, let me hand over the section stage to Presiding Officer of Vellore Toastmasters Club, TM Mahalashmi. Thank you, and I'm sorry for the background.
Thank you, Toastmasters Shravani, for setting up the tone of this session. I really like the way you engage the audience and make the audience very curious what about the sessions is. And very beautiful morning, all of you. And really happy to see your all smiling faces and welcoming you all for the 132 session of Value Toastmaster Club. Thank you. And you have competition every day because you set such a high standards for yourself that you have to go out every day and live up to that, which is said by Michael Jordan. Guys, I would like to share one incident that proves why competition is like that. Recently, one guy joined in my organization. His name is Mohammed Moinuddin, who's very energetic and enthusiastic person and ready to take up every chances. No, he won't allow anyone to take up the chances. And I thought, okay, let it he will do that. And one day, my manager called me, Maha. Do you feel you are lagging your performance? Moinuddin is taking your chances also, and take no problem, sir. I will do my own job. But that time I thought, why I'm leaving my opportunity to him. It is my area, so I can involve more doctors. I can develop my things. So I thought I took a challenge to myself and engage one task is allotted to every people. Monadin did completed five of his meeting, and I completed totally seven. Then finally I meet him with my confidence. That the day I realized I can do. Previously, I didn't feel I'm just doing a normal. But once I beat him, once I defeat him, I feel I can do more. I have the such a ability. So previously, I used the quote that is you have a competition every day because that you set such a high standard for yourself. I realized I set a high standard for myself. Now everybody, even my SM and everybody start expecting my from my side, you can do it, you can do it. Like we believe you. And I am believing myself, yes, I can do it. So today we are also going to see how competition is very important in our life. Before that, we have such a handful of guests. I would like to call our guests one by one. Uh, First, I would like to call guest Kalaimani and welcome guest Kalaimani to give you a brief introduction about you. Kalaimani, are you here? Someone help me?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. I'm there. So my voice is audible?
Yes, you're audible. Happy to have you, Kalaimani. Kindly share about you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mahalakshmi, introducing me. So myself, Kalaimani Shanmugam. I'm from Vellore Katpadi. I've been working as a trainer in a private bank. So my basic of job is nature of job is training and development. So one of my friend referred me to join this post Toastmaster club. Then you will develop your skills. Then only I joined this club.
Thank you, Kalaimani. You'll definitely develop with the help of Well Toastmasters Club. I will
Yeah.
happy to have you and come next session also join in Toastmasters Club. And next,
Yes. Sure.
thank you.
Thanks.
Next, we have the guest Lakshmi Kirti. Can I have you on stage, please? Lakshmi Kirti?
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Am
Yeah.
I audible?
Yes, you're audible. If possible, could you
Yeah,
open up?
yeah, yeah. Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Good morning, all. This is Lakshmi Kirti. Basically, I am from Andhra Pradesh. I completed my graduation in the year of 2022, computer science. Few of my friends joined the Toastmasters Club in the Chennai club. So I thought of joining some Toastmasters club. Recently, I have got about these clubs, knowing about all these things. Because of the recession periods, I lost my job. Actually, I resigned it because of my personal reasons, and I searched for many jobs, but I couldn't cope up with the good skills over there. Recently, I joined in a banking sector, banking all the stuffs. So I'm continuing my job here, and I just wanted to upload and upskill my all the skills. Yeah, and I just wanted to get more networking and more knowledge with the communications.
Definitely, Lakshmi Kirti, you will get it and you will upskill your qualities
Thank you.
and you will get a lot of networks. We have
Yeah,
so many people. In Toastmasters is a wide, worldwide networks.
yeah,
Definitely, you will get it.
yeah.
And about your self growth, you will show, and I will ensure that.
Sure.
Thank
Like
you.
not about the networking itself. Like I doesn't mean like I just wanting a network. I just wanted the upskillment, all the stuffs. So I just joined these things.
Yes, Lakshmi Kirti, we will guide you after this session.
Yeah,
We will talk to you later. I'll talk to
yeah.
you later in after
Thank
this.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. And today we have another guest called Naha Kishore. Can I have you on the stage, please? Kishore on the stage?
I'm audible too?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Hi everyone, a very good morning. Yeah, this is Kishore. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. Currently, I'm working in Infosys as a system engineer. Yeah, and this is the second meeting to me. Last week I attended. I hope I'm not guest here. Um, the reason behind this to join in this club is I want to improve my skills. As a work in a corporate field, I have to be good in skills, right? So I hope you guys are help me to be a better speaker. And once again, I said thank you to Bharat. He helped me to join this club. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Nahakishu. Happy to have you. Hope you will get those opportunity like build up your confidence and give a networks. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we
Thank you
have
so much.
another thank you. And we have another guest called Chandresh. Chandresh,
Yes, am I audible, ma'am?
yes, you're audible.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. So, I am from Chhattisgarh. I have completed my engineering in civil 2022. It is my third session. I have some teammates here, Kiran Dev, Ahmed, Satya. They are all working in Code Basics. I have also joined Code Basics through online credibility. So during the work in the office, we have meetings and we have to communicate our ideas and our work with our team. So communication is very important for us because we have to convey in the most efficient way. So they asked me to join the Toastmasters Club. So I joined here and learning a lot. I'm just enjoying it. It is so good. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandresh. Continuously having you. Very happy for that. And I request the guests to part as to break your fears. Come forward to take the table topic session so that you will get an opportunity. You will communicate instantly, like just you can manage the situations that will help you. And today we have two speakers, two guests from outside of our class. I'm very happy those people give me a supporting hand and I ask the support from them. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Bharat Joshua and Toastmaster Chaitanya who take up the role of grammarian and evaluator. So can I have a Toastmaster Bharat Joshua? Uh, is
Hi, Bharat,
Toastmaster
you're on
Bharat
mute.
Oh,
is
I'm,
here?
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I I
Yeah.
I unmuted my video, but I forgot to mute myself. So that's thank you, Maha, for getting me in here, and I hope this meeting is going to be a wonderful session for us.
Thank you. And thank you for helping. And another person is Toastmaster Chaitanya is here. So can I have a few words?
Yeah. Hi. Thanks, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Chaitanya. I'm originally from Hyderabad, but I've been part of Del Sukti Toastmasters Club. Been with the same club for about little over 9 years now. I've been part of the Toastmasters fraternity for that long, and yeah, it's a great opportunity, and I think this is one of the best takeaways of the pandemic is that we're all able to meet. There's no way I would have been able to join a Velo Toastmasters club back in 2018, 2019. So yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chaitanya. And next, we have a wonderful person. Someone please, Chaitanya, could you able to go for mute?
Yeah, Mahalakshmi, I'm sorry to interrupt. And we have one more guest named Anusha.
Name?
Anusha.
Okay, sorry, Anusha. Can you have on the stage, please?
Hi, I'm Anusha.
Yes, you're audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Hi, I am Anusha. Recently, I joined Cognizant. There, I need to communicate with the higher officials. So I came and joined to Toastmaster to improve my communication and to know different words, meanings, etc. So I joined here.
Thank you, Anusha. You'll be a guest and learn so many of words. This session will be definitely going to help you. And guest all over. Yes. Thank you, Bharat. And those who are not on a mute, please go on to the mute. It's like getting reflections. Thank you. And today we have a beautiful person, wonderful person who's bringing up our club to the next level. We all agree that, and is a I personally call it him as a very perfectionist who's, and his topic also very innovative. We couldn't think how he will deliver his speech, and he got a second runner up in the international speech contest. He won the second runner up in international speech contest. And our club president Toastmaster Bharat is here to do a TMOD role. I happy to welcome to move for to carry forward the session, Bharat. To hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, for giving a beautiful presiding address and introducing everyone and introducing me with your some kind words. Thank you for that. So yeah, a very good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Oh my God, just a minute. Yeah, a very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and beautiful guests out there from inside Vellore and outside Vellore and from other Toastmasters Club as well. I could see many new faces today. Welcome you all to the Vellore Toastmasters Club. So yeah, I would just like to start the session as usual in my way by asking few questions. I just want you guys to raise your hands for this. So my first question is that how many of you would like to, procrastinate things in your life? Guys, raise your hands. All right. I could see many hands rising up. Great. Well, the second question is that how many of you don't want problem in your life? Raise your hands. Two hands. Great. Okay. Well, moving on to the third question. How many of you want to be the best in your life? Can you just raise your hands? Great. Well, I could see many hands rising up for each question. Then I could assure you guys that this session is definitely suits you all and fits you well. And yeah, let's learn something new today. And before getting into the session, for the benefit of guests, I would just like to tell how does a Toastmasters meeting flow goes. So in every Toastmasters meeting, we have three segments. The first segment is prepared speeches. In prepared speeches, there will be a member of the club who will be delivering a speech. So it is already prepared based on the project objective and the level. And the speaker will deliver the speech, and there will be an evaluator to evaluate the speech. So this is prepared speeches. And moving on to the second segment, that is table topics. Well, this is something special because it helps you improve your impromptu speaking skills, and it helps in many ways in our day-to-day life, right? And the most important thing is, like in table topics, the guests are open to participate in table topics. So keep a note of it and try to take part in table topics. And moving on to the third segment, that is evaluation. So yeah, we all know that evaluation is very important in our life because we want to know that someone has to guide us on what are the things that we have done good and what are the things that has to be improved. So we have a segment called evaluation. So these are the three segments take part in every Toastmasters meeting. And I'm the Toastmaster of the day. Well, some of the guests might not know what is the role of a Toastmaster of the day. Well, it's like hosting the session. I'll be, introducing all the segments, and I'll be just moving on with a theme, and I'll be helping to go with the flow of the session. So this is the introduction about a Toastmaster meeting. Well, with this, let's get into the theme, right? So I just want to tell you all a Kutti story. Well, this story is more important to the relevant to the theme that we have chosen. And I hope even the small child knows the story. So can someone guess what the story is? Can I have some guesses? Well, I want the session to be interactive. You can just give some guesses and you can be interactive. It will be fun.
I think rabbit and tortoise.
Are you going to say life is a race, run, run? Is that the story? Or the tortoise and the hare and the
The,
tortoise? It should be something
Right?
like
Yes. So I think you guys, found it in the very first guess. So it's the rabbit and the tortoise, or the hare and the tortoise. Yes. So yeah. So just get ready to listen the whole old story again. So there lived once upon a time there lived a rabbit and a tortoise. So the rabbit is always proud of himself, that proud of itself that it is the fastest running animal, and also that it always feel happy about itself. And one day it saw a tortoise that is walking so slowly, and the rabbit suddenly started laughing at the tortoise. And now the tortoise felt, it felt very embarrassing and asked the rabbit, "Hey, why are you laughing at me?" And the rabbit said, "You're walking so slowly. How can you even live this life?" And the rabbit, I mean, the tortoise felt so humiliated by the words of the rabbit. And now the tortoise replied, "Oh, okay. So let's do one thing. So let us have a race and let us see who wins." And it's an absolute surprise for the rabbit. And the rabbit immediately replied yes, because it wants to prove the tortoise that it can win it, right? And they have started the race, and both have started running. And the tortoise, as usual, is walked slowly in the race, and the rabbit ran very fast. And the rabbit suddenly said to itself, "Oh yes, however, I'm going to win the race, and it's so hot, and I'm so tired. Maybe I can just take a nap until even if it's very confident that even if the tortoise passes him, it can win." So the rabbit just wanted to take a small nap, and the tortoise just moving slowly. At one point of time, when the rabbit woke up, it saw that the tortoise is almost going to reach the line. And now the rabbit ran very fast, and it's already too late. The tortoise won the race, and the rabbit failed it. So, my dear friends and Toastmasters, so can you guys tell that what is the moral of the story?
Keep on running.
Keep on running. Any other guesses?
another one would
overconfidence.
be to not have overconfidence because you're good at something. That might be one. And the other one is to be persistent, perseverance. Can say that. I think Velo Toastmasters is here because of perseverance. We've been through all the hardships. So, yeah.
We should
Great.
not procrastinate anything.
Yeah, that's a great,
Don't underestimate your opponent.
great. Anything
Consistency is the
else?
key to success.
Yeah, exactly. So, any other people want to say the moral
Take a
of the story?
chance.
Take a chance.
Believe yourself.
It's a different idea.
Believe
Sorry?
yourself. Believe
Believe
yourself.
in yourself. Great. Well, I think, I actually thought of only three morals, but I found 6 to 7 morals here with you guys. Well, that's really great to hear. Yes, so the important moral of the story is like, we should never judge the people just by their characteristics, or just by seeing what they are. Each one have the inner potential, and they have something in them. We can't judge anyone just by their appearance or just by their character. And the second thing is like we should be always consistent in whatever we do in life, so that will lead us to great success. So it will help us to beat the competitor, right? Because in our life we all go through a lot of competitions. So in our school days we had the competitions. It can be in academics or it can be in sports. And again, when it comes to the college days, we had, and again when we are working, we are having it with our colleagues, right? So at every point of time, competition plays a vital role, and it's always important that we are being a good competitor, and so that we can win. And it's not about winning, Well, it's more about what we do as a competitor and how we go with the results of the end at the end, right? So yeah, so I hope that I bring you some clarity on what makes you to win this competition. It helps you to win the competition. You should always be consistent. You should not just prejudge the competitor on their looks or their characteristics. So this is first thing that you should do when you're competing with a person, right? So today we have an important person in the meeting with a composite of the rabbit and the tortoise. Well, it's none other than a wise person in the meeting, our general evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Darshini. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharat, for all the inspiring stories that you pumped into the meeting and great energy. Yes. So I will be the general evaluator for today. For the benefit of the guests and newbie, I would like to explain how the meeting works. A Toastmaster meeting consists of three segments: the prepared speeches, the table topics, and the evaluation. The evaluation segment will be handled by myself and my team. So including my team, consists of me as a general evaluator, listener, and then the tag team. T for timer, A for R counter, and G for grammarian. So without any further ado, let me call upon the listener and the timer and the tag team for their introduction. So first, let me call upon the listener for today, which is Toastmaster Shravani. Over to you.
Thank you, Darshini. So today I am playing the role of the listener. As a listener, I will listen. I will provide you the summary of the main key points of the section, and also at the end of the meeting, I will ask some questions, interesting questions to check the presence throughout the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Darshini.
Thank you, Shravani. Up next, let me call upon the timer for today, which is Toastmaster Kirandi. Over to you.
A very good morning, fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guests. So, in every Toastmaster meeting or any workplaces, we deliver many speeches or ideas, right? But delivering in effective time is very important, so as to grab attention and to be more interactive. Further, to acquire this habit, timer helps you a lot. So, I will be taking time of your speeches and also your engagement throughout this meeting, and also note it down and provide my report and towards the end of the meeting. As said, in every Toastmaster meeting, we have three parts, right? First one is prepared speeches, table topics, and also evaluations. And so for prepared speeches, let me expose you what is the time limit. So for prepared speeches, it is like between 4 to 6 minutes. And I will show a green card at the fourth minute, followed by yellow card at fifth minute, and red card at 6 minutes, indicating that it is near to complete. Just like that, we have table topics where it is between 1 to 2 minutes, and same it followed like 1 minute for green and also 1 minute 30 seconds for yellow, followed by 2 minutes at red card. And last thing, evaluation report, it contains between 2 to 3 minutes, and we have red, green, and yellow minutes as shown in the presentation. That's all. So that's all, guys, and I will be happy to see all your timings and give my feedback towards the end of this meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator Darshini.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kirandi. Up next, let me call upon the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Bharat Joshua. I'm sorry, I'll have to call upon the account for today, which is Toastmaster Ahmed. So, yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Ahmed.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Ahmed, and I'll be playing the role of our counter in today's meeting. Now, guys, please listen to these two sentences. The first sentence is like, we should, try to to reduce our carbon footprint. And the second sentence is, you know what, we should try to reduce the carbon footprint. In the first sentence, in the first sentence, I used, like, and the most. These are called filler words, and it is the most common challenge that a speaker faces. And it is really important for us to reduce these filler words, as it will impact your speech, the clarity of your speech, distract the audience, and sometimes show that you are nervous or unprepared for the speech. You can reduce these filler words by pausing while you are speaking slowly, and practicing in your free time. As an accounter, I will be counting the filler words like mm, like and so, okay, etc. that you'll use in the today's session. That is what I had to say. Good luck, everyone. I'll meet you again in the end of the meeting with the results. Now on to you, Toastmaster Darshan, generally evaluated as Darshan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ahmed. Up next, we will call upon the grammarian for today, Mr. Toastmaster Bharat Joshua. Over to you.
Hi, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm back again. Thank you, Darshini, for getting me in here. Am I audible first and foremost? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So, as a grammarian, thank you, Darshan. Thank you, guys. So, as a grammarian, my roles and responsibility is to note down whatever is going through the meeting with respect to grammar. Um, so, at the end of the session, I'll come up with a report which helps you to understand how we can use grammar, and also help you with the word of the day. Competition and healthy competition. Okay, so whenever you're trying to use competition or uh, uh, trying to compete with someone, try to use this word as while or why, so that we will be in pace in today's meeting. With that said, I'll also try to post the word of the day, meaning of it, and an example in the chat so that you can go through and then use it. With that said, let me hand over back the session to Darshini, and I'll come back when Darshini calls back at the end of the session. Thank you, guys.
Today, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshini, the general evaluator, and for giving a brief introduction about you and with your team. I mean, about your team too, right? So I hope every one of you are very clear with the segments that involves in every Toastmasters meeting. So we are about to start the first segments. So that is prepared speeches. So we have a speaker today, and before calling the speaker, I would like to call the speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Chaitanya, to read out the speech objectives. Toastmaster Chaitanya, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So the speaker today, Toastmaster Carolyn, is attempting her first icebreaker speech from leadership pathway. And since it's an icebreaker, the agenda or the main objective of the speech is to just come in front of an audience, express their views, and start speaking in front of unknown audience, right? And start giving prepared speeches. These are the major objectives. There are no set higher objectives in an icebreaker. All the best to you, Toastmaster Caroline. Back to you, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chaitanya, for giving your objectives clear on the speaker. Well, so Toastmaster Carolyn, so can you have a quick audio and video check? Your voice is not audible. Yeah, you're visible. So can you repeat again?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
I think if I go close to the system, you're able to hear. If I come, can you still hear me? Should I raise my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you still. I can hear you.
Okay. So, shall I
Yes.
start then?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be reading out the
Okay.
title, then you can start. Okay. Yeah.
Is
So
it sorry,
just
Toastmaster, but I don't know if it's just me, but Carolyn, your voice is very feeble. If you go that far, yeah. Uh,
yeah. Okay.
sorry, can you
Maybe you
repeat?
can do one more audio check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi,
Yes.
hi.
Right. Yeah, maybe you can stand in this position and speak. Yes.
You wanted to see hands, yes. So that's why it took a little
Okay.
behind. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
fine.
Yes. Okay. All right. So Toastmaster Carolyn, an anthem, a war, and a matchstick. An anthem, a war, and a matchstick. Toastmaster Carolyn.
So, thank you, Toastmaster Bharat and Toastmaster Chaitanya, for the warm welcome and introduction. So, it was a cold morning in September. My mum was wheeled into Al Sabah Maternity Hospital in Kuwait. In the waiting area, my dad stood anxious and fidgety. My parents had lost two babies to a medical condition that that precipitated premature labor. The risks were high. Mum was monitored closely all through her pregnancy because this was a precious child and their chances of having other children was bleak. It was told that the baby intense neonatal care. Therefore, and it wasn't a cesarean section. That my name was inspired by the 70s anthem that was played in most of the sports meetings, which was called Sweet Caroline. But my bubble of joy was burst a day when I went to the shopping area and I found my father pick a bag of rice named Caroline. So, was my name inspired by a rock band or a rice brand? I don't know. So, fast forward a couple of years, August 2nd, 1990. It was the day when Saddam Hussein had invaded Kuwait. So, by then, my parents were there in the Gulf for close to 20 years. And overnight, my parents lost all of their belongings. But they were very hardworking and they wanted to give us a good education. So, we had to come back to India and we went to our hometown in Nagercoil, where I finished the rest of my schooling and my undergraduation. After which, I had come for my post graduation to CMC Vellore, and ever since I have been here as a Vellorite. So, in my second year of college, I would like to share something that was extremely impactful on my life. So, I nearly lost my mom and my own life to a fire accident. So my dad and siblings were away at Chennai, and I was preparing for an exam the next day. Suddenly, I see smoke, and I could smell smoke, and I see a lot of smoke coming into the room. I rush out to see what is happening. I see in the sofa close by, my grandmom is sitting there and sobbing, very confused and not knowing what to do. I hear screams from the kitchen, and I rush to see what is happening. I can hear my mom and our maid, Akka, screaming for help. I try to open the door from outside, but I'm not able to. It's latched. So I panicked and I just ran to the streets to ask for help. Thankfully, our neighbors, who are all very sturdy boys, they came and they tried to kick the door, but it wouldn't open. Later, we get to know that while my mom was preparing our lunch, Akka spotted a garden lizard enter our back door into our kitchen. So, in order to trap the reptile, what she did was thoughtlessly, she just closed the door and latched it. Worst off, she sees a jerry can of kerosene there. She opens it, pours out a little liquid onto the cap, throws it onto the lizard to frighten it, and sets the match on fire. The lizard panicked, the lizard jumped, she panicked, and she toppled over the jerry can, causing all this commotion. It was purely the grace of God that saved our lives that day. My mom looked heavenwards to say a prayer, and at that moment she saw that it was bolted from inside. My mom, being an Iron Maiden, had the presence of mind and the courage to walk through the fire to unlatch the bolt and give us access so that the rescue team could save them. I have heard of the legendary phoenix rising from the ashes, but on that day, with my own two eyes, I witnessed my mother come alive from the flames. It was like rebirth to us. So, the best part of this fire accident was my mom and the Akka, both of them, they sustained a lot of injuries, but their life was spared. Also, on that day, a greater tragedy was averted because there were 4 cylinders, 5 liters of petrol, 5 liters of kerosene, and it would have been of a greater magnitude. After the fire accident, I developed post traumatic stress disorder. That snowballed and led me to choose a career path for myself where I thought I would try to help other people with psychological and emotional pain. So we all strike match to light a candle on the birthday cake or the diya to share a festive mood, or we try to light the kuttuvilakku to mark a new beginning. So when was the last time that you have struck a match? I want to tell you that in a world where we are all vying to propel ourselves forward, we must think about the other people. So, Akka, my parents chose to keep Akka, and till today, after 35 years, she still works with us, and we love her, and she cares for us, and it's been a very close bond. So, all that I would like to share to you is go, strike your match, light your candle, and illuminate the darkness around. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Caroline, for giving such a wonderful speech. Well, it was really, funny, emotional, and, it had many emotions. So thanks for delivering such a wonderful speech. And let us have 1 minute of silence, and you can give your feedback to Toastmaster Caroline through the chat box provided, or you can personally text her. So timer, please let me know when 1 minute is up.
Bharat, it's up. Yeah.
Thank you, Timer Toastmaster Kirandeep, for letting me know. All right. So I think we had a very good prepared speech segment. And yeah, so moving on to our theme. So competition. Like many people have different opinions when it comes to contesting with people. Some people will say like, I need really, I want really competition in my life because so that I can upskill myself and I will feel lazy if I'm not having any opponent to compete in my life. Some people will say like, I always want to be alone and I can do better when I'm not competing with someone, when I'm just showing myself, right? People have many different opinions, right? So to sum up all the opinions and to hear all the opinions from the people, so we have a very important and an interesting activity today. So that's going to be our debate. Yes. So we are going to have a debate on, is competition important in life or competition is not important in life, right? So I need four volunteers for this. So I'm going to pick two volunteers from the guest side and two volunteers from the members of the club, right? I mean, members of any club. It can be our club or from outside too, right? So firstly, I would like to give preference to the guest. So I need two people from guests. So you can just unmute yourself and you can volunteer yourself for that. So, it will be, you don't need to be too panic about it. The topics is really simple and, we can deliver a beautiful debate session. So, who is my first volunteer from the guest side?
Yeah, Kalai Bharat, I'm ready.
Yeah, great, great Kalaimani for volunteering. So, Kalaimani is the first volunteer. And do I have one more volunteer from the guest side?
I think Lakshmi
I
Kirti
think,
is raising her hand.
okay, so Lakshmi
Uh,
Kirti, yeah.
yes, Mr. Toastmaster Chaitanya.
Yeah.
Hello?
So Lakshmi Kirti, yeah. So
Yeah,
yes,
I would like to handle the second volunteer.
yeah. Thank you, Lakshmi Kirti, for volunteering. So we got the two guests from the guest side, and yeah, I think one more person has raised.
Barut, I think Kishore raised his hands. Is it all right
Yeah,
if we can add him?
yeah. So Kishore, do you want to volunteer?
Yes, yes.
All right. Maybe then we can have one Toastmaster and three guests. So three guests are in the debate session. So can I have one Toastmaster, or do I have one more guest too for the debate? So is there anyone else from the guest want to volunteer? I'm seeing many guests who are delighted to take part. So Chandresh, Anusha, and who else we have? So can you guys all would like to volunteer?
Yes,
All right,
Chandresh.
great. So Chandresh is the fourth person. So thank you guys for volunteering. And yeah, so let me just we are going to split into team A and team B, and I'll just read out the rules and how the flow of the debate will go. So firstly, we'll be having a speaker from team A who will be delivering his thoughts on the topic competition is important in life. Okay, and once the first speaker has finished, then the speaker from team B will come and speak that competition is not important in life, right? Then goes to the counter round. So in this, the speaker from the team A, the another speaker from team A will deliver the speech for 1 minute, and he will, collect the points that what is the opponent team has spoken, and he can deliver his thoughts on it. And the same way, the team B, another speaker will do that, and he will counter that. Okay, I hope this is clear. So you'll be given 1 minute of time for your speech. All right. So let me just give you 30 seconds of time. Maybe you can just think and collect some points. So timer, just let me know when 30 seconds is over and we can start it. Well, sorry, I think I should tell the teams, I mean, with who are going to speak on what, so it will
Yeah,
be easy
Bharat,
for you.
I'm team one, Kalai.
Yeah, okay. So Kalaimani is going to be in team A. So he will be speaking competition is important in life. And Kirti will also be in the same team. Will be speaking on the same topic. And on team B, we will be having Chandresh and Kishore, who will be speaking that competition is not important in life. Hope this is clear. And yeah, timer, you can start the 30 seconds
I'm
count.
sorry, can I get the statements, please? Like, can you repeat it?
Yeah, so Kirti and Kalaimani. So Kirti
Yeah.
and Kalaimani will be speaking on the topic competition is important in life.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other team will be speaking opposite to that. Yeah. So timer, you can start the timings now.
It's for like 30 seconds of things, right?
Yeah, 30 seconds to think, and you'll be delivering for 1 minute.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bharat, let me start.
10 seconds.
Yeah, my voice is audible.
Yes, yes, your voice is audible. Let me wait for
Okay.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Bharat, the buffer time is up.
So yeah. So let's start the debate with the team A. So the speaker for for the topic that's from team A is Kalaimini, who will be speaking on the topic competition is important in life. So timer, you can start the timing once he started speaking, and it will go till 1 minute. And maybe you can just show the red card, or else you can just unmute yourself and say time is up. You know, so that will be fine. So yeah. So Kalaimini, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
So, good morning,
Yeah, you
team.
can start.
Yeah. Competition is important in life. Competition leads to lower price, higher and quality goods and services, and more innovation. Competition promotes better safety, technology, and lower prices. It encourages to hone our skill and strive for excellence. Competition helps drive down prices while increasing customer choice. Competition is essential to ensure a healthy business environment and give everyone equal choice of success. Competition between two companies can benefit the society. Example, the telecom industry, our prices going down. And some argue that it encourages a child to excel in today's competitive world.
Yeah, Kalaimini, your time is up.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Thank you, Kalaimini, for putting such great points that tells competition is important in life. And now I would like to call the person from Team B, Kishore, to go speak on the topic competition is not important in life. Yeah, Kishore, you can start now.
Yeah, before I start my speech, I want to know, am I audible to you? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity to speak about competition not important. Thank you, brother. Coming to the topic, um, absolutely, actually, competition important, but my topic is competition not important. Um, when I said comedy is not important, like we heard so many things like people who failed in exams, they commit suicides because of competition. They are more. They want to be a compete with others who are in topper in class. If they didn't get a good marks, they commit suicides. People commit suicides. Um, uh, it depends upon individuality. And coming to the love, there is, I think, competition is no need to love a person. Like in our family, me and my brother, to love my mother, there is no need to compete with each other, right? Um, in that way, competition is not important. And
Yes, time is up.
okay,
Yeah, Kishore,
yeah,
time is up.
thank you.
Right. Thank you, Kishore, for putting some great points on the topic that competition is not important in life. It was really great.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
now I would like let's go to the counter round, and so we are having the person from Team A, that's Kirti, to deliver her points on competition is important in life. So Kirti, you can start now.
Yes, Toastmaster Bharat. First of all, I would like to ask, like, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. As said from the team B, like Mr. Toastmaster Naga Kishore, his statements were completely true. But when it compared, the competition is important in certain phases of life, like in the career path or in some other upliftment in the growth, etc. But there is no need of competition in showing pure love or getting a pure relationship. But competition is all about versus you, only from you versus you, not from the other people. If other people's life is different, because the view is different, the likings are different. But when you compare it to in our life, we need to see what are we liking, what are the things what we are doing, what are the things that we have done yesterday, and how to correct it if it is wrong. So making ourselves good, better, and comparing you versus you is more important as I feel. That is where competition is important. It should be only comparing between you and you itself. That's it. That's what I can say.
Thank you.
But one should not lose hope comparing all the other people.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kirti, for delivering your points on that competition is important in life. You did a good counter as well.
Thank you.
And yeah, so thank you for that. And I hope the debate is on very heated mode. And now I would like to call the speaker from Team B to put his thoughts on competition is not important in life. That's Chandresh. So Chandresh, you can start.
Am I audible? Yes. So thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. I have noted down some points from Kalaimani. So he said that competition is important and it leads to lower price, innovation, better safety. It encourages skill, encourages choice, and it gives healthy business competition. So it is all good, but we have to find a balance, like when to compete and when to collaborate. You can't compete with the one who is doing good to the society. We can't go and just compete with them to do better. We can't do that kind of thing because when you go to competition, you are trying to compete someone who is doing already good to the society. Now, this excessive competition can lead to unhealthy relationships, unhealthy competition, uh, which can lead, basically it can harm the society if they go through excessive competition. So we have
Yes,
to just
Chandresh, your
find the
time is
right
up.
balance. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandresh, for putting up some wonderful points that are exactly relevant to the debate. And yeah, it was really great. So the debate is over, and yeah, I hope you all get some insight that from both the teams on competition is important in life or not important in life. Well, actually, even I learned more things from each one of you by this debate on why it is important and why it is not important in our life. And yeah, so as a my from my conclusion as a debate moderator, well, I'll be giving my conclusion and the result in the end. Yes. So now I think we are going to move on to a very important segment. Yes, that's the one that we all have been waiting for. Yes, that's a table topic segment. And to conduct this, I would like to call the table topic master, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Guys, tomorrow I have a meeting in my office by 8:30. I know it is impossible to reach on the time because I'm in Vellore. I have to go and get it's like from my hostel to my office, it takes 1.5 hours to reach there. Even it is impossible. I know the situations. But tomorrow morning, I will go to my office by 9:30 in front of my manager. How will handle that situations? I have a lots of stories in my mind. I can say bus is late. My scooty is something gets struck this sir, so I'm getting late. First thing I will say, I'm late, sir. Second, my mom has not allowed me. Bus not got. So many thoughts. But the but I how I organized my thoughts and giving the convincing answer is very important, right? You can have so many of thoughts, but the way you're presenting in front of your questioner, so they will convince, they will allow you to sit in the meeting and you can enjoy further also. So table topic session is like that kind of scenarios is comes here, and you can. I will ask as a table topic masters. I will ask any questions. You can answer instantly by organizing your thought and immediately present it. Are you ready to perform the role? Are you ready to take up the chance? Yes, I can see so many faces. Can I get an answer from guest? You know guys how it will be helpful to you in your life, even the function also. You can manage any situations once you win the table topics. Ready? Yes. First, yes, Chandresh is ready from guest side. So guest, take this opportunity. Can I have a volunteer for the session? Please call out your name and the Dashni, tell me. You.
I volunteered.
Okay. First, thank you for volunteering, Dashni. Your first question, your table topic session is, I'll give you a scenario, then I will call you. Um, you're a, you don't like competition, but world is forced you, like your parents surround you, force you to do, you be a competition.
Mark, can you come again? Can you come again, please? I just lost internet for a second and it got lag.
Okay.
Can you come
I
again,
will give
please?
you a scenario, then I'll ask a question. Okay. Then I'll go over to you. Like you are the kind of person who hates competition. You want to be
Okay.
free, but surrounding people or your parents are forcing you to do the compete the world. So your question is, how will you express that you don't like competition? Toastmaster Darshini, how do you express that you don't like competition? How will you express you don't like competition? Toastmaster Darshini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, for the question. So the question is, how do I express these people that I'm not up for a competition and I am not a big fan of competitions? So first of all, I cannot go to my parents or to the society and tell them that, hey, dude, listen, I'm not up for competition. No, they're not gonna get it, right? So there is a way how you communicate with them, stating facts, and I think that I am a person who has grown up uh, communicating things with facts to beat anybody. So if I am to about to communicate to someone that I do not like competition, this is how I would do it. I would go to them and explain that you cannot compare apples with oranges, because I think that is what our society and our parents are doing. So they I wouldn't say that I would hate competition entirely, because if that is the case, I think that there would be no point of us living every day, because if you're not going to get better at something or the other, what's the point of life every day? However, I think that people should start comparing apples with apples and oranges with oranges, and that is how I would like to communicate to the world or to the society how I do not like competition, how it is being judged. So I would ask someone to compare my older self to my future self and say that, listen, I've gotten better at things, and it's not like you can compare me with another person. Instead, compare me with my older self and say, yeah, you've progressed. Maybe you should progress a little more. That is how things are about to be said, and I think that's how I would communicate it to the world. So, yeah, thank you. Over to Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Thank you, Darshini. It's what is nice. Like apple is apple, orange is orange. But what I used to do with my parents, like I will make them panic. Like I know I can't compete with them. Means I will do no. I try to explain them, but they won't accept it. So I started panic them. If you do put it in my hostel, na, I will run away like a child will child will do, right? So I'll treat give it a like a panic, so they think, okay, this is the escaping trick I'm using. Please note it down and someone use it. Hereafter I'll try this method to telling the facts. Thank you, Darshini. And can you have a second volunteer?
Hi, can I try?
Yes,
Chaitanya here.
Chaitanya. Great. uh Great. So Chaitanya, your topic is like Toastmaster Chaitanya. Who is your competitor in your family? Who is your competitor in your family, Toastmaster Chaitanya?
When you grew up in an environment where everyone around you are teachers, my mom is a teacher, my grandparents are teachers, and my aunt is a teacher, who is my competition? Every kid in their school is my competition. Every kid that they have taught 20 years back, 30 years back, that they're going to teach in the next 20 years is going to be my competition. That is something that I've grown up with all my life, right? Have you ever imagined going to your, have you ever imagined waiting for your summer vacation? That you want to chill, you want to play, the entire 2 months are supposed to be playful with your grandparents? When I used to go to my grandparents from my mother's side, what I used to get was books, textbooks from the next standard that I'm going to go in the next year, so that I am well prepared for the next year, as they put it in those terms. So I have a younger brother. The difference between me and my younger brother in that space was I was someone who always used to say, okay, you want me to study? I will sit in front of the book. Whether I study or don't is a different aspect. You want me to sit in front of the book for 1 hour? I will sit in front of the book for 1 hour. And for teachers, that is like the greatest of things, that I told him to sit, he's sitting. That's it. My brother was like, I don't need to sit for 1 hour. I'll finish this in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I want to play. For teachers, that is, how can you answer me back? I know you have to study for, you cannot study this in 10 minutes. For me, you have to do it for 1 hour. So growing up in that environment, like I said at the start of my speech, every kid that my mom, my grandparents, my aunt, everyone that they taught before I was born, while I was growing up, or anyone in future that they're gonna teach, everyone was my competition growing up. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Chaitanya. I really never expected this answer from you. It's really apt question for topics to you, right? And I thought only one sibling I have, this much competition I'm facing. For everything, she is competitor to me. But your life is your before born and while growing and ended up with also competition. You're living with a competition only. Hope you will be in a peace in your future.
They're all retired now, so I'm at peace.
No, in future.
No,
Not
everyone
in,
is retired, so and now they've left it. There is no more use of teaching this fellow.
but your
Sorry.
professional life will get your competitor, right? Your colleague.
Thank you, thank you.
So I hope you, and really, really amazing. So I'll can I have a third volunteer to perform this topic? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's next? Do you feel it's boring, yeah? After hearing Chaitanya's speech also? No. So anyone come forward to take up this? Or can I pick up anyone? Shravani able to take this role? Sorry, take this topic? I think Shravani is here, right? Hereafter, I will also call the name. Don't volunteer. Yeah, I think Chandresh.
Yes.
Yes. It's very, you want easy or tough,
Easy for now.
but you won't get it.
Okay.
Just joke. The way, okay. I think Bharat is stealing my two of topics in the debate contest. Okay. I'll, your question is sometimes you will lost your opportunity, you may fail, right? It's a scenario. I'll go for with the questions. Sometimes you may fail, like you lost your opportunity. So that time, what is comes your mind in first, and what the question is, which probe or inspiration story which comes your mind in a first, suppose you lost your opportunity. uh Guess, Chandresh, what comes your mind first? Suppose you lost your opportunity. Over to you.
Okay. So I have faced many failures in my life. I have studied class 12 two times. I have studied engineering two times. So I have uh, started a startup, same as Swiggy and Zomato. I failed in that, but I never feel lost. There might be some cases when I had feel very low, but I have stood up and worked again. When I have dropped out of college for first time, I was like, it was my first failure, like first big failure. I was really very sad at that time, but I stood up. I understand the situation. I worked hard. I joined the college again, and I have completed my engineering again. So it was very tough time, but I took the opportunity to stand up again and work hard. It has given me a lot of confidence that I don't fear failures anymore. I just take the chances. If I will continue doing good, I will definitely get to the goal I am expecting. So, yes, failures will come. You have to stand up and fight the failure and try again. As long as you are trying, you will definitely win. If you will stop and uh, never try again, you are definitely become a failure. Yeah, that is it.
Thank you. Exactly, you said success won't come in the first stage. Failure is the stepping stone of success. Is I can remember the one thing which is I heard from my hostel owner. He said, "Be like a horse," which means I asked, "What horse?" Like everybody says different animals, right? Why be like a horse? Horse only the animal who fell down immediately stood up. So failures is always happen. When it's happened, don't be slack, immediately rise up. That is the only thing you can overcome your failures, or you can have a multiple choice. You will be very confident. Yes, I can wake up. That much confident. I have seen your speech. That is a very, it was very interesting. And can you have another volunteer, please? Anyone?
Kishore has raised his hand.
Yes. uh Kishore.
Yeah.
This time also, like, Bharat stolen my topics.
Okay.
Just a minute. Uh, okay. Um, Guess Kishore, what are the steps you will take to beat your competitor? What are the Guess Kishore, what are the steps you will take to beat your competitor? Over to you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the question, Mahalakshmi. Yeah. First of all, um, first I have to know my strengths. First of all, I have to know my strengths. And the most important thing is have to know the opponent's strengths also. Um, how to know their trainings, their skills, their strategies. If I know their strategies, then I can prepare myself. Can prepare myself uh, to match those strategies and to increase my strategies with him. Um, it is very important to know those, to know opponent strategies, to know opponent training times. If we know those strategies, training times, we can improve ourselves. Like, for example, in my life story, I have an example. I have my friend Uday. His name is Uday. When I was in schooling, he got 95 percentage. At the time, I got 90. So I think about how he got 95%. Then suddenly I went to his home. He's doing. I saw his paper. In that paper, he draws so many diagrams while presenting his exam. But I compared his paper to my paper. I never draw any diagram. So, okay, this is the right way to improve my marks. So I draw diagrams. Then after that exam, I get a good marks than him. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
guys.
Kishore.
Yeah, right.
Yes. First, we lost or something. We are degrowthing means first identifying the errors and rectifying, taking the necessary action which leads to success. Yeah, we learned the things from your story. And one more thing I want to share. Uh, the public speaker Bharati Bhaskar ma'am, I used, sorry, she used to say how to beat the uh, what beat the first prize, like how to, sorry, she used to say like many times she lost speaking like stages. She lost the opportunity, she fails. But how she beat the performance means she first understand the the situations, how she will be evaluated, what is the expectation level, what I have to do, like what their expectation, what which is in my level, what the necessary steps have to taken, then I will reach the success. You also said I am also lacking in some areas, I improvised, then I achieved the success. This is what we have to take the necessary actions to reach the success. Hope it's making you grow. Don't worry. Last guest with a wonderful topic. Anyone? Last topic
Uh,
that is also very easy
yes,
topic.
ma'am. Kalai, yeah, Kalai
Kalai.
this side. Yeah.
Very energetic. Yeah, you are. You have so much energy. Did you have boost or complex? Oh, sorry. Okay. The question is, Kalai, do you, competition is healthy or not? Kalai, competition is healthy or not? Guest Kalai. Over to you.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. So competition is very healthy, my perception. So whenever I had an experience, I worked in a bank as a trainer. I have a very good colleague. Actually, I referred him for a training position. He knows so many skills. He's creating a poster, and also he's good at managing people. And he invited a lot of people his trainings, and he keep on touch with every stakeholders. He's good at all part. And after 1 year, he promoted as a senior person like me. So I appreciate him. I like him. I told him, you are my role model because he knows so many skills, creating poster, managing stakeholders, and everything. I liked him. So always healthy competition is good for everyone. That's our promise.
Thank you, Kalaimani, for sharing those things. And competition, 99% is healthy. We can improve ourselves, and 1% is always depressing yourself, I believe. It's 99%. Anything have positive and negative, but competition is always higher positive sides. uh, like we are always competing world to world sorry, country to country is competing, and in her home also we are competing. Mothers and parents are competing with the child who is going to be a king of social media. Am I right? It is happening in your homes, right? So everywhere is competition. The way you are taking, how the way you're enjoying is very important. So I will end up with my all the questions. So I will over to the stage to Toastmaster Bharat to carry forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, for conducting such interesting table topic session with some great topics. Well, I could hear more points from people on competitions, and the theme is entirely flowing on every session, and we are all learning a lot on about competition, why it is important, and what are the things that mainly involves in competing with people. And great to hear, and it was really funny to see how all of your experiences and all of your competitions that you had in your life, right? So moving on to the theme. So what do you think a true competitor is? So many people have many opinions, right? So for me, I would say like a true competitor is someone is like when you're competing with someone, assume that you have 10 participants, and you might be feeling that when you're competing with a particular team or in a particular competition, so you will be feeling that this person is going to win, right? So you will be having that thought. But when the person is suddenly backing out due to some reasons, you'll be feeling happy, isn't it? Right? So a true competitor is not actually will have that mindset. When if you are a warrior, a true competition will doesn't scare you. It actually makes you better, right? And I would like to tell a real incident that has happened in the Toastmasters convention, right? So we had there is we all know that competition takes place in I mean the contest takes place in Toastmasters, that is from club level, area level, division level, and then the districts, and then region, quarterfinal, semi-final, and world championship, right? So I'm not sure about the exact year. So it was like 3 to 4 years back. So there was one stage of semi-final that is happening for the international speech contest. So there was one person. So it will always happen in in abroad countries. And yeah, this year it's happening in Bahamas. So it happened in a place, and there was one contestant who traveled in an airline, and actually the airline I mean, it couldn't go on time, so she couldn't actually participate in that particular contest. And she is actually worrying, and because to reaching that level is very hard, and it's a really great opportunity for her to take part, but she missed that. And you know what actually happened there afterwards? There were other nine participants expect her, and what they told is like, she's a really good speaker, and we want to have the competition with her. So for that, we can postpone this convention. You know, so this is something really pleasant, right? It will always make us really better when we give opportunities to people, and make them really do what they are capable of, and then we win, and then we beat them, and that is what true competition is meant for. This is something that came into my mind when I'm just preparing for the topic, and hope you find it interesting, right? At many point in our life, we might be having in this kind of situations where when somebody backs out, and we can easily able to win that particular contest, but he prepared well for the contest, and even he is there like you to win the contest, but it's not fair by not giving the opportunity who is someone who is really interested to win it, right? So just keep this thing in your mind. Try to be a true competitor in whatever the contest or the competition you take part, and make the best of it. So with this, we are moving on to the next segment, the important segment in every Toastmasters meeting. That's the evaluation. And to conduct this, I would like to call Toastmaster Darshini, our general evaluator for today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Darshini.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharat. Uh, Without further ado, let me call upon the evaluator for our speaker, Toastmaster Chaitanya.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Malala Yousafzai, the female activist from Pakistan, who is also a Nobel Prize winner, once said there are two powers in the world, pen and sword, but there is a third power, that of a woman. What an amazing way to showcase the power of women, and the will and the guts and the glory that comes later on of a woman. And Toastmaster Caroline today took us on a journey of her life, right from the birth and all through in a sequential form, right? She did not dwell on where she studied, where she did that, where she did this, but she wanted to bring a very important part of her life out to the audience, to us, and what brings that strength for her. I believe personally, she takes a lot of strength from her mom, and that strength was showcasing so beautifully in the way she presented her speech to all of us today. Very confident, no worry about this being her first speech. Normally, in a Toastmasters speech, there is always room for improvement. There's always room for adding new things to your speech. But then I came into this evaluating role of a Toastmasters speech from Toastmaster Caroline, thinking, okay, this is going to be an icebreaker speech. Let me be chill, let me be open, and not worry about too much of improvement areas. But once I started to hear her speech, which is the personal story, and for any speaker that comes onto the stage here are going to become Toastmasters and bring more speeches, the best way to go about writing a speech is bringing yourself into that speech, meaning bring your own story. That gives its authenticity for the audience to say, yes, I can see why she's saying this. I believe her because it is her own personal story, and I can see that authenticity in her voice. But Toastmaster Carolyn, a couple of things, because your speech was so good, you were so eloquent in your presentation, a couple of thoughts that I want to add to your speech of your presentation is try to give pauses in between. What that does is it gives an impact. It gives me a couple of seconds to digest. You don't need to give a long pause. No. When you make an impactful statement, or when you say what happened in that kitchen, or what happened at your birth, give a pause, just a brief bit, so that the audience or me can understand the enormity of that situation and understand what your mom would have gone through to come out of it. And that, and the second aspect is, this is a icebreaker speech, so not much uh, to dwell on, but for future speeches you should have a proper opening, body, and a conclusion. What my suggestion would be to is have 1 minute of opening, your 4 minutes to 5 minutes of your body, and 1 minute of conclusion, where you conclude by, so your opening has to be in terms of what you're going to say in that 5 minutes. Say it in that 5 minutes using one or two examples, and you reiterate what you said and connect it back to your opening when you conclude your speech. So if you bring these two aspects into your speech, I'm sure you're going to excel in your speeches going forward, and definitely going to win competitions and encourage people to do a lot more. All the best. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chaitanya, for such a detailed report. I'm sure that Toastmaster Carolyn can work on all these points and become a great public speaker. And next, moving on, let's call upon the timer for today, Toastmaster Kirandeep, for his report.
Yes. Yes, so we have a very good, amazing session. So firstly, I will divide like as we have three parts, right? So we have very good speech by Caroline, and we enjoyed it very much. But there is a time limit exceeded, like instead of 6 minutes, it gone up to like 7 minutes 51 seconds, 51. Yeah, and we have a debate, right? And we put a time limit of 1 minute here. But although guests like perform very good here through their self contribution, it exceeded a bit more time. And recording table topics, I'm very happy here. Like everyone has gone up to the limit of 2 minutes, and there is no exceeding here in this part. And regarding speech by Chaitanya, I just recorded here, like it went up to like about 3 minutes, and it could be great. It we completed before like 3 minutes. That's all from my side. Back to general evaluator Darshil.
Thank you so much, timer Toastmaster Kirandeep. Up next, let me call upon the R counter for today, Toastmaster Ahmed. Over to you.
Guys, first of all, great job. Some of you have tried speaking in front of the audience for the first time. So pat yourself for this achievement. Now I'm going to tell you about the number of hours or filler words used by the speakers. So first of all, Kirti and Chaitanya, they did not use any filler words during their speech. So great job. Other than that, Kalai, you have used and so in your speech. So you need to reduce it. Same with Chandresh and Kishore. They use so, like, mm, and are during their speech. Uh, they can reduce it. And Darshini, your speech was amazing, but you used so in some places, so you can reduce it as well. Um, that's it. And some of the tips that I would like to give is take pauses in between sentences. You can also prepare and practice for the speeches. the best tip that I can give, and that really helped.
I was dwelled into today's meeting in such a way that there were many shock bombs for me to understand how the meeting is going on. So that's something which made me to awestruck at many of the moments where people have used not many words which were kind of new to me. I myself was googling those words and understanding what was the meaning of it. So that's the level of changes which I can see in this particular club, because I know personally about this club and how it has moved from this that place to this. And I really want to give a wonderful kudos to every one of the members here. So I always have this in one thing in my mind. That is, it is okay if you're not using the word of the day in your meeting. Okay, it is really okay, because I will take this as a process where people are trying to use it. They were trying to use it at some or the other place, but they were not able to put forth it immediately onto the screen. So what my suggestion for you right now is like, Vying is a little difficult word. I understand it is a little difficult word, even for me. When I'm trying to put it in a general statement, it is a little difficult. I was going through a couple of movies where I was able to see this word vying. It is a colloquial word which is being used by the people there. So for us, it could be a little difficult. But what I could request or I could suggest to you is that talk with your siblings, or to talk with your parents, or to talk with someone nearby you by today. Try to at least use this word once in your today, once in today. I'm saying not like complete month, just today. Try to use this word vying some or the other way. Let it not be in a contextual meaning also. Just try to use it so that it will just register into your subconscious mind, so that you will be able to pull this vocabulary in a particular frame where you want it. Okay, so that's the one message which I want to tell you as a grammarian for today's meeting, is that it's okay not to use the word of the day in the meeting, but try to use this word in your complete day today. Okay, the EOD, that's what the IT people say that. Okay, and one more thing which I like the most today was our counter told us about the art of using pause. I know as an accountant we should not say that, but still he took that as an option to tell it to the people that yes, pause when it is really needed. Let me give you an example. There is a headline today which I was going through, and it was impressing to me too, but not to an extent that it is an impressive message. It is something which was touching my heart, so I thought I will tell you as an example to you. Okay, I'm just reading this phrase of line. Tell me which portion was better for you, so that it could be an example for every one of us. Okay, it's alive. At last, 7 killed as rain throw normal life out of gear in North India. This is one. Okay, I'm reading the same phrase in a different perspective. It's live. At last, 7 killed and heavy rain throws normal life out of the gear in the North India. Which was okay for you? Which was conveying the message? Which was good for you to listen?
One.
Which phrase? Yeah.
First one.
The first one. Yes. So this is what we say. It is an art of pause. Give pause, but that doesn't mean that. Let me give another example. This was something which I observed from Barack Obama, and I wanted to tell you to. Live. At last, 7 killed as heavy rain throwed normally. You understand what is pause and what is you are thinking and you're saying. Okay, so this actually happens when we have a lot of MTI, mother tongue influence, and if you allow me to speak, I'll speak a lot about it. But so just use the art of pause whenever and wherever it is really required. Okay. uh, People will say that you have used lots of pause. It's okay, it's really okay. So it will help you to groom up yourself in the long run. Don't rush yourself. Give pause whenever and wherever it is really required. As a grammarian, this is my take for today's meeting, and I hope you will be able to use buying as a word by EOD. With that said, let me hand over the screen back to the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Darshan. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Joshua. Thank you for all the recommendations. We all will definitely take it forward. And without further ado, let me call the listener for today, Toastmaster Shravani, for a little bit of fun in our session. So, over to you, Toastmaster Shravani.
So first, going to the summary of the section, here are the few things we should take away from the section. Never judge a book by its cover. Consistency is key to success. Competition is not about winning, it's about the results that impact on your performance. Healthy competition is important in life as it motivates individuals to continuously improve themselves and reach their potential. And coming to the fun part, here are a few questions which you need to answer. To which town in Tamil Nadu did Caroline shifted?
Well, Lord.
Okay, repeat the question
Tuticorin.
again. To which town do Caroline shifted in Tamil Nadu?
Shifted from
Vellore.
Kuwait. No, no. Before that, before when they moved from
From
Kuwait back to
Dubai.
India.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vellore.
No,
Nagarkoil.
to
Vellore.
Nagarkoil.
Nagarcoil. Yeah. Perfect, Kiran and Chaitanya. So coming to the second question. Fill out the sentence by Darshini. You can't compare.
Apples to oranges.
Perfect. That's the correct one. Great one, Chaitanya. Who are the competitors of TM Chaitanya?
Schoolmates.
All the
Siblings,
kids
all the school
Everyone,
who
students,
are taught.
siblings.
everyone in the world, like the students in the school, the siblings. So the next question: what are the things stolen by TM Bharat in this meeting?
My topics.
Perfect. Mahalashmi has experienced it, so she has spoken the first. She has given the first answer. What is the quote used by TM Mahalashmi after Chandra's speech?
Really, I don't know. I also forgot the.
Okay, I'm telling it. Failures are stepping stone to success. That's all. Over to you, TM Darshini.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shavani. Let's move on to the GE report. Full on, full on. So today, I think we had a good amount of people in our meetings. So it is getting better, and I am hoping that it will get even better. So we started our meeting at 11:33. Not very bad, but then we usually start our meeting on time. So let's just stick to the original on-time meeting from next meeting onwards. And starting off today, Toastmaster Shavani started. She had a great intro, great start to the meeting. She posted a question which made the audience awake, wide awake, and then they started communicating well throughout the session. So great job there, Shavani. Moving on, we had the PO, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. I thought only Bharat had this superpower to be all happy, high energy, and pumping energy into the meeting. But no, we have a successor, which is Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. She actually motivated all of us with the anecdote, and her engagement with the guests were fantastic, positive, motivating. So, fantastic job there, Mahalakshmi. Keep going. And next, coming to let's go to the timer our counter grammarian listeners report. The listener today, she carried Toastmaster Shravani. She carried out her role flawlessly. It was also one among the many engaging segments of today's meeting. So great job there, Shravani. Coming to our timer, Toastmaster Kirandeep. I was actually very impressed in the introduction that usually we try to screen share and show the colors, which will be a little bit of hassle here and there, the network connectivity, something will go wrong and there'll be a little bit of awkward silence. However, in today's meeting, it was very neat, tidy, it was hassle free. So, great job. And I think we all can use something, a deck like that to show what the time limits are and everything. And towards his report, it was also very crisp, neat. And I think going forward, we can use a template like that for timer report, which will make it easy for everybody and also to document things. I think we don't document all these things, and I think it is a good practice to document everything for every meeting, everybody's report. So yeah, great job there, Kirandeep. Thank you for setting the standards high, the bar high. So yeah, great job. Coming to our R counter, Toastmaster Ahmed. Toastmaster Ahmed gave an introduction with examples, which I feel was very helpful to all of us, because instead of just telling that all these words is what I will be looking for, he gave an example which was very relatable, and I thought it is a very good way of doing an introduction going forward. And in his report, he congratulated all the members for using very less accounts, which felt very motivating, and it was a very detailed, specific report. And he also gave a tip for improvement, which I think we all can take it down going forward. And then coming to the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Bharat Joshua. Thank you for giving us a relatable word, which is vying. The word, I mean, relatable word of the day, which is vying, and it also related with our theme. And we give you our word that will definitely try using this word before the end of the day so that it gets registered in our head. And thank you for the recommendation, and we'll definitely remember all the points. Going forward to the evaluator, Toastmaster Chaitanya, who evaluated the speaker, Toastmaster Carolyn. He delivered a very optimistic and encouraging evaluation. Even though the speech was fantastic, the evaluation itself was very optimistic and encouraging. And I personally feel that such a report is very, very important, especially for an icebreaker, which motivates the speaker and pushes them forward and encourages them to deliver more speeches and work on their improvements. And he used the crutch method and he summarized it well, and he also gave very valuable recommendations. So great job, Toastmaster Chaitanya. Moving forward, we have the table topic master, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Coming back, again, this session was fun filled, very engaging, and Toastmaster Mahalakshmi had very simple topics, which I think were very important for all of us to reflect in our lives at some point in our lives. So thank you so much, Mahalakshmi, for all the great values that we took back after the session. And coming to the last person, which is Toastmaster Bharat, playing the role of the playing the role of TMOD. So he always has this knack of coming up with very simple, relatable, and inspiring stories which are not boring. I don't know how he does it. If I start saying a story, I'm very sure that half of the people are going to go and sleep. So I always look up to Bharat for that storytelling skill. And it was not just one story or one instant. He had a handful, and it was not boring, and all of the recommendations were really good that we can actually take up in our life. And coming to the debate part, we usually have fun sessions, but actually the debate part was a fantastic idea, which enabled all the guests to participate. And I was very impressed that the whole participation for debate was all guests. So I think we are doing great, and all the four guests. I First of all, I would like to thank you for attending this meeting. Second of all, I would like to appreciate and congratulate for coming forward and participating in the debate. Third of all, I would like you all to keep attending our meetings so that you become flawless in your speeches over time. So, apart from that, overall session, this session particularly, I felt that there was no lines drawn between the guests and the members, which is a really good thing that everybody in here felt home. So I think we are going in a we are heading in the right direction. So let's keep up this good work. And thank you. Over to the tabletop TMOD. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dashini, for giving such a detailed report with your team. So each one of them did their best in giving that report and help us getting more better and better in each session. So thanking you and your team for giving such an elaborate report that help us to become better version of ourselves. All right. So yeah, I told you right. So I'll be giving my conclusion about the debate at during the end of the meeting. Yeah, let's do that. So we had the debate of competition is important or not important, or we can say in other words like competition is healthy or not healthy. And in the meantime, Shravani has posted the ballots, and you can just vote for the best speaker and best tag role player and best role player for everything. And yeah, and we will be having the results later. Just please go and put your votes. And yeah, so healthy or unhealthy competitions. So in many parts of our life, we will be finding that we can't do that, right? Because I personally experienced this in many parts of my life. I always restrict myself that we can do this thing and we cannot do this thing, you know. And we can, if we want to be in a comfort zone, we have to do only these things, and these things will make really people really know that we are weak. So in my older days, I used to be in this way, and I don't volunteer for many things, and I don't take part in many contests or competitions because I thought it will actually discourage me that when I'm participating in something that which I'm not good at, right? But there was some instances where people pushed me that, even though when I'm scared and I'm not willing to take it up, I found people who are pushing me that you should do this. You know, if you did this, and you can become a really better version of yourself. And if you participated in this competition, you can find a lot of inner potential in yourself. This really happened in my life, and yeah. So actually, it was a symposium. I hope most of you might know the term symposium. The people who studied engineering colleges and all those that, like so it was when I was studying my first year of college. I never participated in any paper presentation so far, and it was my HOD, head of the department, who just pushed me to participate in that, and I was really nervous, and I just got feared, like how I'm going to present in front of that much of people. I was just completely nervous, but because of her push, I just gave the name, and I prepared for it, and I finally did something. And what I wanted to tell you guys all that, after this competition, I cannot say like I did the really best thing in that first attempt, but I would really say that it encourages me to do more. you know it found me that we can even do this, right? So this is what I experienced in my life when we get to participate in competition, right? So this actually helps us to find our hidden talents. We might be thinking that this cannot be done by us. Only these people can do this, right? But right after that, I never failed to participate in any symposium. Actually, I participated in around 12 symposiums in my 3 years of my college days. It actually boosts me more to participate more and more once you taste that fruit, right? So this is one important thing. And is it healthy or unhealthy? Yes, I hope you got the answer. Competition is healthy unless or until you don't have the ego and jealous of the other competitors who is competing with you. you always have the habit of appreciating people for their strengths and for the good things that they have done. If they have some potential, if they have some skill, just go and try to be the first person to appreciate them, because the world is in need of such things. We always want to get appreciated, but we all miss to appreciate people who are really good in something. Just go and try to appreciate people who are really good in, it can be anything, but that small kind of appreciation can change their entire way that they look into their life. And it will definitely give you a pleasant feel when you congratulate someone, and if you're seeing that the person has rising towards his journey because of you, right? So my conclusion in this theme is competition is healthy as long as it doesn't affect other person. It doesn't include your ego and all those things. Yeah. So with this, I would like to hand over the presiding officer for the closing the meeting and also to announce the results of ballot winners.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. That was a wonderful show. You did it. And it's a time to announce our ballot winners. Just give me a second. Yes. Our best tag role player is none other than our listener, Toastmaster Shavani. Well done performance with a beautiful questions. You deserve it. And best TT speaker is any guesses? Our general evaluator, Toastmaster Darshini. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Darshini, for TT speaker. And surprisingly, best role player also won by Toastmaster Darshini. Such a detailing report. And thank you. And I don't want to spoil your rest of your Sunday, so I close.